It was more like an everyday, consistent voice in Bug's ear. When I came home, that was one of my biggest fears. One of my older brother was sick of cancer. So my journey home was in the midst of losing one of my older brothers to cancer, stomach cancer. And he was the one that was the most accepting. So to come home in the middle of that was a lot. 2013, 14. Was not good. That was not good to me. It was a breaking down. Buffering, I guess, kind of year. I call it buffering because you know how when you grab a diamond and it has all that, when you grab a raw diamond and it has all that not luster, but it has all that brown thing on the bottom, around it when you have to clean the diamond, and you have to grab it and you have to pretty much solder or like buff all that brown thing on the side to get to the luster of it, the brilliance of it. But you gotta scrub all that. And throughout life, that's what happens. All the roughness of trials and tribulation happens. It shakes us. It breaks us. It tears us. It brings us to our knees. I can't tell you guys how many times, but I tell you this. All my battles for those 2 years was done on my knees. Yup. Prayer journals after prayer journals. Just asking God to just let me see. There was so much hurt. In 1 year, I just let me see your purpose, you know? Finally, I just asked God to help me break my own heart and help me walk away. I know it's gonna be hard, but I need to walk away. Because sometimes, I'm gonna tell you this, sometimes the thing that you want is the thing you need to walk away from. With Bug's situation, Bug is the one that needed me. Bug is the reason why me and his dad met. if I actually look at everything and go back word for word, take away all the stuff, all the wrong things, like take away all the sin in what we did, and go word for word on the book, and how everything happened, and how I was following all of, like, prayers, and how everything went, and how everything fell into place. Bug needed nurturing. At the same time, I was grieving my son. Bug's dad is always going to be a lost soul. He's still lost. He's still trying to find himself. This fool is going back and dating that girl that broke his heart, that dated like 8 guys after he left me. And he thinks I don't know. Me and Bug found out like 2 weeks ago, and he's still trying to act like we don't know. Surprise. We found out 2 weeks ago. Psh. Idiot. Trying to act like he busy at work. Right. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so the thing that you think you can't live without is the thing that you might have to walk away from. I thought for so many years that he's the person that I wanted to be with, and that for sure that he's the person that I was supposed to be with, because it felt so right and it felt so real. So it had to be real, right? And it had to be love, right? It wasn't. It was lust. See, there's a difference between lust and love. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm going to tell you this. There's a difference between lust and love, though. It was Bug that needed me. Bug was brokenhearted, and the heart of a child is innocent. And you know how I know it was Bug that needed me? Because Bug was innocent, and the mind of his dad wasn't. The fact that a dad can watch porn in the front of a 5-year-old and actually think it's okay. Like, we got into arguments for that bullshit. And I'm like, for real, dog? He's like, he's a boy. He's innocent. His eyes are innocent. Let me tell you guys out there, parents, pay attention. Your job as a parent is to protect the innocence of your child. That is your job. So if he's 5, he should not be listening to bitch, mother effer, you slut, you hoe, you tramp, you... any of that. Or even being over your shoulder while you watch porn. Mother effer. So, I realized that even that, I had to protect Bug from. I had to protect Bug from his dad himself. From that environment as well. I'm not innocent. No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you, Bug gets pow-pow. For real. But the Bible also says, do not spare the rod. But the Bible also says, do not strike a child while I'm angry. And I don't. But I'm saying this. I thought that I couldn't live without him. But at the same time, I put him on a pedestal before God, and I forgot who God was. I asked God one day, and I cried, and I asked God to help me break my own heart and help me walk away. I fasted for 30 days, and I asked God, you know it's going to be hard, because every ounce in me couldn't live without this man. My soul ties were so heavy. My soul ties were so strong with this man that if this man would even get hurt, that I could feel his hurt. That's how strong this soul tie was. That's how strong it was. I fasted for 30 days, asking God to please help me. And sure enough, next thing you know, Preston started getting really evil. Bug's dad started getting evil. You could tell there's pictures. There's different pictures of him. His face changed. This fool came home one day and told me, hey, do you want to do a Bible study? So I'm like, oh, cool. He wants a Bible study. He wants to know about God. I was all for it. I was like, yay, because, you feel excited because you're on fire for God. He's trying to be on fire for God. And then you know what he says? He says, yeah. He goes, yeah. So he's like, you go get the Bible. And so I'm like all for it. I set up the table, grab the Bible. I grab me and his Bible. Grab his Bible, grab the markers, grab everything. I grab my reading glasses. And he goes, we should do it naked. And he comes out naked. If I never just flip my lid, who did that sound like, guys? The devil, huh? Like a mocking, right? He had this smirk on his face at that moment. And I knew I sold whatever I could within that week. Packed my son's bag. I left. Signed over the car that we had. Signed over the apartment. I left with nothing. I told God, I'm not trusting you, whatever you're going to do. I believe in anything you're going to do. I know you got me. And I left with nothing. Just me and my son. I took whatever I had on my back, but I took all my son's clothes. That was the most important. And all our papers. I left in 2 years and left him with everything. Had struggles here and there. But today, my son reminded me of how blessed I am. When he woke up this morning and he hugged me, and he said, thank you for loving me,